Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Well, once again, rinse and repeat. We have a tropical weather pattern in place, and this tropical air mass is producing morning low clouds and some fog, especially along the coast. And we discussed yesterday why those low clouds are going to remain a theme in many coastal locations, especially if you're right on the beach or right on some of these barrier islands here. You have to remember the ocean water is relatively cooler and you have a lot of tropical moisture. How do you know that? Well, take a look at the dew points here. This is a good way to measure how much moisture is in the atmosphere. When you have your temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s, and your dew points are in the lower to mid 70s, that's a lot of water in the air. And so what happens is that you get this heavy humidity and you get all this moisture that's lingering and moving over this cooler, stable body of air right on the ocean. And that leads to a lot of low clouds. And that's why you're seeing this fog. Meanwhile, further inland, you have more scattered cloud cover and a few showers that are moving through portions of Connecticut that are producing some heavier downpours. We can see that very nicely here on the weather tap radar and surface map. Let's refresh this real fast. And again, you could see some of these thunderstorms here marching through Massachusetts and moving, clipping into portions of Connecticut and the Hudson River Valley. And here's the overall theme. Most locations, again, will remain dry today, muggy but dry. But if you get into one of these isolated showers or thunderstorms, you're going to be able to pick up a quick half an inch of rain in a very short period of time because of all the moisture in the atmosphere being lifted up into the mid levels where it's a little bit drier. And so as a result, you get this very heavy downpour. Basically, think of it like taking a big sponge that you just loaded up with water in the bucket and then you squeeze it real hard and all that water falls back into the bucket. Well, that's essentially what you have here. So this stationary front is going to continue to meander about and linger around, and that's generally going to be the theme. You can see in the visible satellite picture, you can see what I'm talking about, all those low clouds here along the coast. Some of this is going to get mixed out with the rising sun, so that's certainly some good news. But again, right along the immediate coast, don't be surprised. If you're going to the beach to get a tan, you might be a little bit disappointed if you get socked into some of these low clouds right along the beach here. And in the meantime, we'll watch out here for some cumulus to develop and see whether or not we get an isolated thunderstorm or two to pop up along that stationary boundary. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. On the infrared satellite picture, this is what's left of Hurricane Beryl. It is now barely a tropical depression transitioning into what we call an extratropical low pressure system or cold core. This will continue to lift up through the Ohio River Valley and towards the St. Lawrence River Valley to the northwest of us. But this feature is going to basically clip our region, and because of that, it's going to lead to a little bit of enhancement of showers and thunderstorms, especially on Friday. Here's our Western Atlantic ridge. If you're wondering why this humid pattern won't end, you can thank this ridge couplet out here that is just driving moisture into our region from, well, the Caribbean Sea. And so when we take a look at our forecast for today, again, there is our Western Atlantic ridge. There's our troughs and cold fronts approaching but stalling out, and we're caught in between with muggy conditions and isolated showers and thunderstorms. Today's highs will range from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast, lower to mid 90s over the interior, and mid to upper 90s in the Delaware River Valley, with the heat index pushing around 100 degrees. Pretty much the same we've been dealing with for the past couple of days. For tonight into tomorrow morning, same scenario, muggy, low clouds, some fog, low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 70s, a few upper 70s mixed into some urban areas. For tomorrow afternoon, again, scattered broken cloud cover with scattered showers, a few isolated thunderstorms. Look for high temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast and over the interior, lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley with a heat index near 100 degrees. On Thursday, stationary front inches towards the region and settles over the coast. And it's going to lead to scattered to broken cloud cover with a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Look for low temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s over the northern interior, lower to mid 70s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 80s over the northern interior, lower to mid 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast, and lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley. On Friday, that stationary front gets a little wave of low pressure, and that's going to enhance the potential for more widespread showers and thunderstorms and more cloud cover. So, still muggy, still humid, but cooler in terms of high temperatures, with temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s in your suburbs, and lower to mid 70s in your urban areas for lows. High temperatures will range from the upper 70s to lower 80s throughout the region. But again, your dew point will remain in the mid 70s, so it'll still feel very muggy out. On Saturday and on Sunday, we continue on with the same theme here. Scattered cloud cover, a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. Low temperatures range from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast. High temperatures range from the mid to upper 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast, upper 80s to lower 90s over the interior, and lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley, with a heat index pushing around 100 degrees. So, pretty much same thing, same scenario. Then on Monday, another cold front will approach, a fresh one. And this one's going to open up the potential for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, remaining muggy out, with low temperatures in the lower to mid 70s and high temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s throughout the rest of the region. And then on Tuesday, hey, guess what? That cold front fails to move through. We remain in a muggy air mass once again, tropical air mass, with the threat for a few isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms, and low temperatures in the lower to mid 70s and high temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s over the interior and along the coast, mid to upper 90s in the Delaware River Valley, with a heat index pushing near 100 degrees. So if you're looking for a break in this weather pattern, unfortunately, nothing's going to be coming through over the next 7 days. We'll continue to keep an eye out. That is your forecast for today. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.